Hey guys, thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to be going over weighting your portfolio, but we're actually going to show you exactly how I did it, and I'm going to do it using Microsoft Excel. I thought about just throwing you guys the Python script, or maybe making like a C++ script or something like that. But I think most people, the majority of people, are going to know how to use Excel, and so we're just going to show you guys how to do that. Now, if you guys like this content, please subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on. So, I made a couple videos in the past that talked about weighting your portfolio, and just to recap, if you had put in, say, $1,000 into the top 10 cryptocurrencies on November 15th, 2015, so about 4 years ago, you would have allocated them like this, and your peak would have been around $92,000 back in early 2018. Now, if you had weighted them by the square root of market cap, you would have seen a much better return of $237,000 at the peak. Now this begs the question, well, what power could we raise it to, which would have optimized our ROI? And it turns out it would have been 0.099649, which would have allocated it like this, and your peak would have been at $335,000. So still about $100,000 better than weighting it by the square root. Now if you notice, this looks very similar to $100 a coin. So if you did $100 a coin, you would have seen a very similar ROI, and you would have maxed out at around $330,000. Well, it turns out that weighting it by the logarithm of the market cap, which is not raising it to a power like you're seeing over here, but if you weight it by the logarithm of the market cap, then your ROI actually would have been around $338,000. So it would have been a little bit higher. And I showed that later in a different video. I'm just scrolling through these because we've already covered these in other videos. You guys can go look at them. I'll link them at the end of the video. But let's just go to where I show weighting it by, say, the top 10 coins. So this is just weighting it by market cap, top coin, top 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see there's not a huge difference because most of it is going to Bitcoin. If you weight it by the logarithm of the market cap, this is just if you just had Bitcoin. Here is if you allocated the top 2, the top 3, 4. You can see with 4, it would have included Ethereum, so your return would have been really high. And in fact, let me see, so this would have been 200, 300, 400. Actually, it would have been maybe over 500 grand. So actually would have been quite good if you had just done it in the top 4. And then you can see as you start to include more and more coins, it actually reduces down because you're allocating less to Ethereum, less to XRP, which did quite well. Now, I should mention that this, in 2015, November, we were in a bull run. We were at the beginning of the bull run. Bitcoin was, I don't remember if it was holding the 20-week moving average or if it was about to, but we were at the beginning of a bull run. Now, in a bear market, it's obviously, historically, it's been better to hold Bitcoin. A majority of your holdings in Bitcoin. So where we currently are is we're not holding the 20-week moving average as support for Bitcoin. So I don't think it's fair to say that Bitcoin is in a full swing bull market. But at the same time, we're much higher than where we were about a year ago. We're around, Bitcoin's around 2x where it was or more. So I don't really necessarily think we're, just in an extended bear market either. But it is possible we might see a lower low. So, assuming that risk, assuming that we may or may not be in the bull market, or we may or may not be in a bear market, if you wanted to start weighting your portfolio using these types of methods, then how do you do it? So a lot of you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, this is simple. You just, it's obviously, you can take the logarithm of the market cap. But for those who don't, I'm going to show you, and if you are still confused, then you can join my Telegram channel or Discord channel, and I will I'll give you an Excel spreadsheet that you can just use yourself. Also, I wanted to tell you guys I am in the description below. I will set up a place where you guys can tip me if you want to. Obviously, don't feel compelled to. If you're a college student, I would urge you not to. I've been in that position before, but some people have been asking, and that is one way you guys can support what I'm doing. And maybe I can take that money and go buy an actual microphone so you guys don't have to listen to this bad audio all the time. Now, let me just show you. So I debated, say, giving you guys the Python code or some C++ code. And the more I thought about it, I just thought, most people aren't going to know how to run this, or they're not going to know how to compile it, or whatever it might be. Then I was like, okay, most people know how to open an Excel spreadsheet or how to work an Excel spreadsheet because you would have learned it at some point in middle school or high school or college. So for that reason, I will just show you in Excel. It's super simple. So you would just first get the coins you want to invest in and put them in the first column. So here, this is the top 10, not including Tether. Now, if there's a specific coin that you don't like over here, and you think it would be preposterous that you would ever invest in that, that is fine. I'm not invested in all these coins. I'm invested in some of them. But if you did just want to weight it by the top 10, this is what you would do. And then if you wanted to, say, include a different coin or different coins, you would just add in what they are and then their market cap. So let's take the logarithmic of the market cap. So you're just going to go in and you're going to type in the logarithm of the market cap, and then you're going to see what it gives you. It looks like that. So it should not be showing dollar signs because we're currently just trying to get our weights here. So the way we do that is we need to take this number and then divide it by the sum of the logarithm log of each coin, their market cap. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to just say equals, and we're going to go to C2. So we're going to put dollar signs so we can scroll it down, and then we're going to go by the sum of C2 to say C11. Okay. So sorry, I'm currently not working on a desk right now, so it's kind of hard to type on this thing. All right, so we're going to divide it by that, and then we're going to scroll this down. And these should not have dollar signs next to them. We're just getting our weights, so we're going to go to number. We're going to increase the precision so we can see what they come out to be. And it's wrong because this one should not have a dollar sign right here. And we're going to scroll that down. Okay, so this is what it should be. So this is still not right because I need to fix here. Okay, so here we have the weights by market cap, or by the logarithmic of the market cap. We need to make sure that this adds to 1, so we're going to sum it up. So 1, let's see if it adds to 1. It does add to 1. It needs to add to 1. If you're not getting it to add to 1, then you've done something wrong. Now, our investment, let's say it's $1,000, and we're just going to come over here, and we're going to multiply $1,000 by the weight, and that's what we get. And then we are going to put our dollar sign so that it doesn't change, and then we're going to scroll this down. So if you were to weight it by the log of the market cap, this is what you would get. And then if we wanted to, we can sum that up, and we want to make sure it adds up to $1,000, and it does. So if you wanted to weight your portfolio by the logarithmic of the market cap, this is what you would do. Now, I'm not saying you should do this. You can weight it however you want to weight it. If you wanted to weight it by the market cap, then instead of taking this one, you would just change this to B2, okay? But first, before we do that, let's change your investment. Let's say you want to do $500, then you guys can freeze frame that and see what it would be allocated to each coin. If you wanted to do, say, $2,500, that's where your allocation would go. You can freeze frame it if that's how you're doing your investment at $2,500. Let's say we wanted to weight it not by the logarithmic on the market cap, but just the market cap. So it's a more conservative approach. There's still a ton of risk involved. So we're just going to take this and change C to B. We're going to change that C to a B and that C to a B. And then we're going to go over here, scroll it down. It still adds to 1. This still adds to $2,500. And you can see your allocation towards Bitcoin would be almost $2,000. So this means that you're mainly indexing your portfolio to match Bitcoin, with a very small amount going to Ethereum and XRP and Bitcoin Cash, and then only, say, a few dollars going to the numbers 9 and 10. So, I hope this is useful for you guys. Again, this is a very simple way to do it. There's no programming involved. There's not even any Visual Basic involved in this on Excel. So you can easily write something in Python or whatever, Java, whatever you want to do to calculate all this. But I'm hoping that most people can understand Excel and just see what I'm doing. So get your coins over here, add your market cap, put in whatever you want to do over here, however you want to weight it. If you want to weight it by, say, squaring it or taking the square root, you can do that. And then you would get your weight, and then you just put in your investment amount, and this will show you how it would be allocated. Okay? Now I have talked about changing how things are allocated once Bitcoin holds a 20-week moving average, and once Bitcoin gets to the previous all-time high, and then once Bitcoin is reaching that plateau point where it's starting to come back down and it's breaking the 20-week moving average, then you might want to reallocate. And I've talked about that a little bit in another video. If you guys want me to continue to expand on this, I can. Just let me know in the comments below. I think that's it for this video. Now remember, if you guys like the content, subscribe. If you guys need this workbook, I can send it to you. Just join the Telegram channel or the Discord channel that you can find in the description below. And I will see you next time. Bye.